Welcome, one and all, to the pre-market show. Andrew, how are you on this Friday?
I've been better. I was just mad panic before the show, so my desktop is not recognizing the camera and mic. So just here on a laptop, and here we are. So no charts, no nothing. So totally at your mercy of the show.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's get into it and have a look what's going on.
All right. Well, it's nice to have everybody here. I just wanted to remind everybody that we are going to be doing the prize giveaway. We have some really spicy and interesting topics that we're going to cover. But if you are interested in engaging with us, if you are live, feel free to post in the live chat, and we'll be happy to answer questions or comments and see what you're looking at today. That's always fun. Looks like we got Asha in the live chat already. Hi, y'all. Hey, Asha. TGIF.
Yeah, thank goodness. So what's going on, Mandela? I did catch up with your show yesterday. So how's the trading been this week? And great guest with Jalen. I enjoyed it. And it's really good to hear the stories of other successful traders, right? It's motivating and inspiring. So I'm hoping some of the viewers took some good takeaways from that conversation yesterday.
Yeah, if you haven't done so already, I would highly recommend having a look at the conversation with Jalen. He is a successful trader, and we'll try and put a link up in the top corner up there for the previous episode with Jalen. It was great chat with him. One of my biggest takeaways, I think, Andrew, is that you can do it. You know, this is not impossible.
Yeah, and it's like Jalen was saying yesterday, it's about the application. You get out what you put in, right? A lot of people are looking for that quick fix. And, I've been doing this for years, right? And there is no quick fix. Every time I think there is, it's one step forward, 2 steps back, right? So you just really got to apply yourself and, just study the craft. It's like anything in life, right? Whatever career path you choose, you have to understand it, you have to study it and get into it. But okay, talking about studying and getting into things. I'm not on my desktop, so I can't share my screen. I got nothing to go through. But we were talking about the work I was doing with Alex and Smithy. We were actually using Claude and Naxalga's Quant AI to get our strategies, from our head onto paper and into prompts, and getting AI to generate that code for us. So we can use AI, to generate alerts. So, don't have to be stuck at your screen all day. And it's really helpful for those, who are working the 9 to 5, right? And I would say majority of traders are, they're using trading as like a second income with something, they work in a 9 to 5 while they're actually trying to learn the craft. So, yeah, we've had some really good results. And, we just looking at gold at the moment. So we've had 2 trades this week, one profit, one stop. But the way it's been set up, that we actually got a favourable execution for the profit. So we're still in profit for the week. So we 1-to-1 at the moment, but I'll keep updating. And next week I'll actually update my progress with CTI. So I've actually get over to the CTI website and have a look. We're actually running a 3-step challenge, and you can actually get a 100k account, starting at $40, and it's like pay as you go, right? So you pass stage 1, so you pay $40, you pass stage 1, then you pay for your stage 2, pass that, then you pay for your stage 3. I've never seen such an attractive prop firm challenge model. I've been doing this for years, right? Normally, you've got to pay like $1,000 up front. Boom, you pass or fail. You've lost your $1,000, right? But CTI, I think it's a game changer, especially for those looking to get onto the trading ladder. And they're even offering an account for as little as like $1, right? So you can actually get yourself, get yourself 2.5k account with CTI.
Yeah, I was talking to them about that. And anybody can have access to this. If you need access, I think they are looking to welcome anybody who is serious about it.
And it's really refreshing from a prop firm. We all know the horror stories of other prop firms, but basically they just want you to sign up, and they use that then to actually pay was it the 0.0001% of successful traders, right? But this is a game changer from CTI. So it's enough of the shameless plug, right? Get over to the website and have a look at what they're offering, because when I actually seen it, I think they released it on April the 1st. So I thought, oh, they're clowning us, right? It's a April Fool's joke. And I actually clicked on the link and it's real. So it's unbelievable, value for money, especially if you're confident in your trading, if you're confident in what you're going to do. Check those guys out. So CTI done something I thought no one could do. So before I was always like futures, and I was like, just like skimming the surface with the Forex. When CTI, come on board and when we got together and started doing shows, and I was just burning through a couple of the low accounts with CTI. But this is a game changer now. So I've actually parked the futures for now, and I'm more focused on the Forex. They've actually made me do a 360. So, and
that's good.
That's my testament. That's the testament to those guys. It's a game changer.
I like how you're willing to pivot at a moment's notice, and it's working. It's working for you. And you showed me the results for your CTI account, and it just shows that you got it, man. You got this.
Yeah, and you got to pivot, all right. I think in this game you got to be adaptable. You can't just be set in stone. This is it. This is what I'm going to do, because we're in a very fluid situation, right? Everything that's going on in the Middle East. A couple of tweets or truth socials, and it just flips the narrative upside down. So you have to be adaptable. You have to be willing to change, and you have to be, you have to reflect, right? You have to have a look at what you're doing as well. So, but yes, CTI done it. So when I clicked on that link and I was like, 100K starting at $40, I was like, I'm all over this. Let's go.
Yeah, go for it. Do it. And as we talk about CTI, just a reminder, anybody who's just joined us in the last sort of 5 minutes, we are giving away a $5,000 CTI account. So have a look in the description. Have a look in the live chat or the QR code to get your entry in.
All right, that's enough.
Okay.
Plug in for the guys on CTI. Should we get into what we like to do? Chatting charts.
There we go. Yeah. Oh yeah. I have something that I wanted to kind of do some show and tell, Andrew. So I've just gone back as far as 16th of March, and I've overlaid the price of oil on a percentage basis on top of the S&P 500. And if you notice, pretty much if we go back, we can go back further, but every day oil went down, S&P went up. And it was usually on those days, it was good news out of the war. So when we got bad news out of the Middle East, oil would go up, and we see S&P do the exact opposite. Interestingly, that stopped happening around the 9th of April. We had oil go up, S&P couldn't go down. And then the 10th of April, S&P stayed flat and finished the day green. So we had an up day, and oil was up that day as well. And then since then, we've seen S&P continue higher and higher and higher. So I think the market always knows, and it gives us clues. And I think the first clue was somewhere around the 10th of April or even the 9th of April. We saw a nice up move in oil, and S&P just shrugged it off. And that was the start of what has been a face rip roaring rally. And the bears are getting, I hope the bears are okay. That's the other thing. It's a rough time, man.
The oil bears are okay. But crypto's starting to perk up a little bit. I was checking my retirement fund of XRP, and I'm going to be working till I'm 150. But
but you're buy and hold with that, right? You're buy and hold.
Yeah, I got no choice, right? It's done nothing. I was actually thinking about XRP the other day, doing some like self-reflection. I was thinking, probably got into this XRP in 2018. It's done nothing, right? So it's probably the worst buy I've ever done. Do you know what I mean? So
I'm gonna pull up XRP. Here we go. We got to get PJ to give us an update on the XRP situation. That's XRP over the last. So it's actually looking okay this week. It's not going down.
It's not going
That's
anywhere,
a start.
right?
That's a start.
It's flat. So yeah, it's not doing anything. So it's probably the disappointment of the crypto scene for me is XRP. You know, everything else has at least has a try, right? But XRP, I don't know. Maybe I need to talk to PJ and catch up with him and have a discussion. You know, 'cause he's got his finger on the trigger. You know, when it comes to the news, lawsuits, and where it's going to be used, adaptability. But I've just given up on it, to be honest. But oil's quite interesting. So oil's it's a good measure of what's going on in the Middle East, right? And we can see prices coming down. And also for myself, I'm not getting the safety alerts that I was getting regarding escalations in the Middle East. And if you notice some of the mainstream media as well, it's not reporting like it was. So yeah, at the moment, famous last words. At the moment, oil seems to be coming down. So yeah, it's could be looking promising. I know they're going to potentially start the second round of talks with Pakistan. I just want to say hats off to Pakistan for being the mediator and all this. You know, they stood up when many others didn't, right? So kudos, guys over in Pakistan. Well done, because they needed someone to get hold of them and sort this out. But yes, it's there's going to be some nice profits, right, from everyone who went long on oil. I'm just glad, hopefully, they got their stops into profit. And it's going to be interesting to watch. But so what's your thoughts on oil? What do you think we're going to see?
So I do think it's almost like the war is over, and that's how things are reacting. It's like the oil traders are acting like the war is over. I don't know. I almost feel like as long as the trend is continuing down in oil, I don't know. I just feel like maybe the worst is past us. I'm just going off of what I see, and sometimes you just have to take out the ego part of it and the fortune teller part of your brain, and you have to just say, okay, well, what is actually happening? And we saw it here as well. S&P, and if you could do NASDAQ as well. NASDAQ's been, I think today would be 13 days in a row, all up days. And so I'm as long as we're just grinding higher in the stock market, I think oil is going to probably continue to go the opposite way.
Can you remember the price of the oil before it kicked off? It was around $80 a barrel then, right?
Yeah, so last year, let's go back to last year. Early this year, it was around 60-ish. Right. It was under 70 for the better part of the first 2 months of the year. And then all of a sudden it started to kick off, and we got as high as this is on the light crude contract, got above 110, and now we're back below 90.
So not to the 200 all the scaremongers were crying about, right?
Yeah, so, but everybody always overreacts. That's the thing. Everybody overreacts.
Yeah, I think they do. Yeah. But just going back to the situation, I do think the worst of it is over. We know Iran are severely depleted, in the capabilities, and anything they do would be more strategic rather than blanket approach. So yeah, it's going to be quite interesting to see how the next couple of weeks go. Just as long as Trump can keep it together, right? He seems to be fighting with everyone at the moment. So let's see what happens, and hopefully Pakistan can bring them back around the table, and common sense prevails.
Yeah, I hope so. But it's like the market is showing. This is the NASDAQ statistic that I thought was very interesting. So 12 straight up days in a row, Andrew. And it's up there with some of the most. I think this would have been maybe 19 up days in a row back in the 1990s. But it's showing us that the stock market is acting like full systems ago. Put your money into your stock. Almost like pick a stock, any stock. Things are just ripping.
No, well, it was really good. So how's your trading been this week? I did catch one of your live trading sessions. No, that was really good as well, because you was just teaching us that just hold, right, wait, don't jump in the minute it breaks with that opening range, wait, get some confirmation and then enter the trade. And
I was kicking myself a little bit. I missed one trade, which was fine, and then the second one I put my stop at break even, and it ended up getting tripped, which is fine as well. But yeah, you're right. Those are the realities. Sorry?
Are you live trading today?
No, I'm not going to live trade today. I may not trade. It's Capital Preservation Friday, everybody.
Cash Grab
Happy
Friday,
Capital
everybody.
Preservation.
Let's go.
we should do another pool about which one is better. Yeah, I'm going to watch. I'll watch the open. And yesterday was a little tricky. But this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, were just amazing days to trade. I'm sure you've seen.
Just mentioned yesterday, so it was a little bit difficult for the orb in January, right? But we got over that hurdle now, and it seems to be playing out quite nicely. So those who are following yourself, you need to check out that opening range breakout strategy. Okay, should we get into this competition? And then,
let's do it. Let's do the competition.
Let's see how many we've got.
Okay, so far we have 11, so that's more than yesterday. Should we cut it off? That's it. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's cut it off. Let's do the
let's do it. Okay, let's do the competition.
I'm definitely gonna jump off at 2. Just go and get my interest at the moment.
Okay.
Just seem to be breaking some resistance.
Gold's on the move.
Yeah, gold.
You heard it here first, everybody. You heard it here first. Long or short?
Long, potentially.
Okay. I may have to take a look as well. Okay, here we go. Pick a number, any number, Andrew.
3.
Okay. All right, everybody. All the best. Thank you to everybody who has signed up.
Okay. Come on, number 3.
Okay. There we go. Number 4 looks like it's taking an early lead. I've learned that whoever starts off first has a difficult time later on the second half.
Oh, number 8 is away.
Number 8, yeah, it's going for it. It's going for it.
What we got?
That looked too easy. So it looks like I want to say Nadim. Let's see. Let's have a look at the. So it is Ahmed. There we go. Congratulations, Ahmed. Thank you.
Well done. Yeah, get yourselves over to CTI, get that account to keep us updated on your progress. We were just saying last week, anyone who wins the account, gets funded, gets to a payout, jump on the show with us. Tell us how you've done it. And try and give some of the chat a little bit of motivation, how they can get their first payout with CTI. So yeah, have a look at gold after the show. I'm
gonna look at it now. It's starting to
on H1. I'm looking at the moment. Just seems to be looking to break some resistance right now.
Okay, it's been very quiet the last. I mean, it's been crawling up, but it hasn't been moving much. Okay, I'm looking at it. I'll pull it up for everybody's benefit here. I'm gonna put it on the H1. You said.
I'm just looking at the H1 across the room. So,
oh wow, okay, yeah. I see that. Yeah. Any gold traders in the live chat? Let us know. Actually, let's just go through the live chat. Looks like it's Friday again. BDA Herm, thank you very much for joining us today. And it definitely was a great show yesterday with Jalen. So thank you for watching us yesterday. And hopefully your trading journeys are going well. Brian Walsh is also with us and says, very good sportsmanship. Congratulations to Ahmed for winning.
Well done. Yes.
Yeah, so we also have Jackie Kumar and Harris in the City Traders live chat.
Welcome one and all. Yes, so gold's looking interesting, right? So that's definitely got my interest for this afternoon. Going into that open, right? So quite interesting. What's taking a dive?
Oil. This is oil here. That's the oil. So it's definitely taking a hit, as we used to call very the very technical term, it looks drippy here. It's approaching $80.
Yeah.
So I don't know if some
Drippy.
news may have come.
Yeah, I have to adopt that one. It's better than what I say. So,
What do you say? Is it family friendly? What you say?
is it a family show?
And it's not a family show. No.
Okay, I would just say oil shut the bed. Right, it's down. It's going down to Chinatown. Adios. Let's go. So, yeah.
Yeah. I think what is doing the opposite of that is I would say S&P. So I would say NASDAQ, S&P. I mean, I wouldn't fight this. That was the last thing I was gonna say. Like if you are trading S&P here and you're trying to short, you're trying to catch the top tick, you know, you can be bearish, but doesn't mean that you have to have a position on, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So you can be bearish, but don't just keep shorting every single day.
Yeah, and just try and get some confirmation. Do you know what I mean? Just look at a point of failure, a point of rejection before you enter in the trade. But what I would say, tip I learned from yourself, is also, you know, don't go trading the all-time highs either, right? Or don't go trading the highs. So it's that balance. You're gonna find that balance in that. But oil, wow, okay. So what are we running at now at the moment?
So oil is at 82. It's about 82, and I remember you saying you thought oil was going to come down as we get towards the end of the war.
Long-term prediction: oil is going down.
Okay. Well, you're definitely spot on. Today we can zoom out a little, and pretty much since, let's say, that same time period we were talking about, around the weekend of the 11th and 12th of April, that's where it started to peak. And since then, it went from 105 to just above, just at 82.
Okay, no, interesting.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna make a move. What have we got going on today? Any plans?
So today, I haven't been trading as much as I would have liked. These are the times that I should be trading all day, every day, Andrew, and I'm a little bit kicking myself. I have been trading a little bit this week, but nowhere near the amount that I didn't think that we were gonna get this rocket ship of a move this week. Today I'll have a look at the open and then do some family time. My son is finishing school in about 2 hours, and then we'll do a little bit of, you know, Friday night family stuff, board games and movie nights, stuff like that. What about you? What are you up to?
Well, now Iran's potentially coming to an end. I just need to find something else to be offended by, right?
What's the next thing?
What's the next thing that's gonna, you know, offend me, and I can start championing the social justice. So I'm sure I'll find something on Twitter later. So yes, no, that's the plan. I'm on a serious note. I'm looking at gold. Something.
Yeah, gold still.
Could be a nice long position coming in on gold soon, but I'll keep an eye on that. But yeah, happy to sit out the rest of the day if that presents itself, to be honest. And that's it for myself.
Sounds good. Well, Andrew, it's always a pleasure having you on with us, and actually looking forward to having you in London in a matter of, I would say, days. In a few more days, you'll be
all booked, ready to go. Got some new clubber.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that looked familiar. Okay, I like that. Nice. Some new merch. Very nice. Yeah, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be fun. For anybody who is wondering what we're talking about, there is a traders event being put on by Macro Markets Group. Andrew and myself will be there, and it'll be Saturday, the 2nd of May. So if you want some information for that, that's also down in the description, or you can reach out to us, and we'll be happy to get you hooked up on how to get tickets. I think there's limited tickets left, like 5 or something left. Right. So if you want, please act soon.
Yeah, the show looks really good, right? What the guys at Macro Markets have done, and really looking forward to it. Can't wait, to be honest. And obviously looking
Yeah.
forward to seeing yourself and the family as well. So yeah, it's gonna be
It'd be nice to have you over here in London town. You hosted me in Wales, and that was an amazing trip to be able to see where you grew up and everything. And it reminded me of being somewhere in Europe. It's just a beautiful, beautiful place. And I mean that in a good way, being somewhere like in the mountains and water.
That's just like where I'm from, right? So yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, right. Thanks, chat. Right. Thanks, Mandela. I'll catch up with you later. Bye for now.
Sounds good, Andrew. Take care. All right, everybody. That's it from us. We're just looking at, I mean, today it's like, don't fight the trend. Don't fight the trend. I think maybe deep down people want to be a hero and say they short at the top. Andrew put it perfectly. Wait for confirmation. I can't repeat that enough. Other thing I just remembered was Netflix. So Netflix came out, announced that they actually had pretty good numbers, but the co-founder and CEO, Reed Hastings, is going to be stepping down. And I guess we should cover this too, because I know we have some stock traders. So nice little dip in Netflix. Let's see how it moves. It's off the lows. Let's see where we open. Down about 9% in pre-market on NFLX. Netflix and chill is the name of the game. Have a wonderful Friday, everybody. We'll be back to do this all again. We do these shows every Thursday and every Friday. Shout outs to everybody who has joined us, and thank you very much. Looks like we got some fans of the merch, Andrew. So maybe we should put some of the merch up for sale, or maybe give it away. See what we can figure out. But maybe you may have some merchandise with your name on it, Asha. So thank you for that, and thank you to everybody who has watched our show. This show would be nothing without you. So thank you for watching our show. And from all of us here at Signature FX, on behalf of our sponsors, City Traders Imperium, I want to say have a wonderful and a successful Friday. And until next time, happy trading.